The greatest gifts that God is able to give unto you is allowing you to study and understand His words. By studying the Word of God, you will know how to live a life that is pleasing in the eyes of God. You must understand that the only perfect man that ever walked the face of this earth is Jesus when He came to earth in human form. Of course, God is perfect in every way. He is Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. It is impossible for any human being to reach perfection in the flesh. Once the Creator decides that your journey is done upon this earth, your spirit will leave your fleshly body. And only then will you be able to reach perfection. But I must reiterate to you that only if you go to paradise, and only if you go to paradise, will you reach perfection in the spirit. Therefore, you must follow and obey the word of God, not part of it, all of it. If you sin, ask God for forgiveness. He knows your heart. One day, some Pharisees and Sadducees approached Jesus and they began to question him about paying taxes to Caesar, the resurrection, and the greatest commandment in the law. And Jesus, being ever so all knowing of everything, knew that they were only trying to trick him because they had wickedness in their heart. And they tried to get him to say something that was against his Father. Then went the Pharisees and took counsel how they might entangle him in his talk. And they sent out unto him their disciples with the Herodians, saying, Master, we know that thou art true, and teachest the way of God in truth. Neither carest thou for any man, for thou regardest not the person of men. Tell us therefore, what thinkest thou? Is it lawful to give tribute unto Caesar or not? But Jesus perceived their wickedness, and said, Why tempt ye me, ye hypocrites? Show me the tribute money. And they brought unto him a penny. And he saith unto them, Whose is this image and superscription? They say unto him, Caesar's. Then saith he unto them, Render therefore unto Caesar the things which are Caesar's, and unto God the things that are God's. When they had heard these words, they marveled and left him and went their way. The same day came to him the Sadducees, which say that there is no resurrection, and asked him, saying, Master, Moses said, if a man die, having no children, his brother shall marry his wife and raise up seed unto his brother. Now there were with us 7 brethren, and the first, when he had married a wife, deceased, and having no issue, left his wife unto his brother. Likewise, the second also, and the third unto the 7th. At last, of all the woman died also. Therefore, in the resurrection, whose wife shall she be of the 7? For they all had her. Jesus answered and said unto them, Ye do err, not knowing the scriptures, nor the power of God. For in the resurrection they neither marry nor are given in marriage, but are as the angels of God in heaven. But as touching the resurrection of the dead, have ye not read that which was spoken unto you by God, saying, I am the God of Abraham, and the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob? God is not the God of the dead, but of the living. And when the multitude heard this, they were astonished at his doctrine. But when the Pharisees had heard that he had put the Sadducees to silence, they were gathered together. Then one of them, which was a lawyer, asked him a question, tempting him, and saying, Master, which is the great commandment in the law? Jesus said unto him, Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind. This is the first and great commandment, and the second is like unto it. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. On these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets. While the Pharisees were gathered together, Jesus asked them, saying, What think ye of Christ? Whose son is he? They say unto him, The son of David. He saith unto them, How then doth David in spirit call him Lord, saying, The Lord said unto my Lord, Sit thou on my right hand, till I make thine enemies thy footstool. If David then call him Lord, how is he his son? And no man was able to answer him a word. Neither durst any man from that day forth ask him any more questions. Matthew chapter 22, verses 15 through 46. Amen.